Welcome back, beautiful souls. This is Annie Henderson, your life coach right here in North Texas. I'm glad that you are back. Today we are going to talk about people pleasing. Now, it's heightened right now in the midst of holidays, but it is something that can affect you in every aspect for the rest of your life. Now, let's talk a little bit about how some confusion comes in, because I have a lot of clients sign up for a consultation call, and when I ask what their strengths are, they will say things that people pleasers are usually praised for, like I'm caring, I'm kind, I put others first, I'm always there for everyone. And these things are not bad in and of themselves. But if you do those things and fear that if you don't, that what are you? You see, a lot of times people that have been people pleasing for most of their life don't have a good sense of self. They've been shoving their own feelings, thoughts, needs down, and being very agreeable, right? And on the outside, this looks amazing. People love a people pleaser because they will do almost anything. And sometimes it is to make sure that the other person isn't upset with them, right? Because people pleasers avoid conflict at all cost. But sometimes it's in a hope that if I do these things for others and I bend over backwards and I share my love and I do these things, that I will get that in return. And unfortunately, that's not usually the case. People pleasers tend to be exhausted and overwhelmed. One, because they neglect themselves. They don't take care of themselves. If they were a car, they would be on empty, stranded on the side of the road. And some of them, their body has started reacting that way, whether it's migraines, whether it's being disconnected, whether it's inflammation or whatever else it is, upset stomach, anxiety, different things taking you out, panic attacks. Let me know in the comments how people pleasing has been affecting you. Are you able to see a way out? Can you even imagine? Can you even picture having more peace and happiness in your life, not having to people please, being able to say no without saying I'm sorry, without coming up with a long description and excuse why you can't do that thing, along with some guilt. Something else that comes up a lot of times when I'm working with people pleasers, and by the way, I work and I'm passionate about working and helping people pleasers because that was me for decades. For decades, I was people pleasing and didn't know actually what it was that I liked or who I was. People liked me, but here's the thing. People pleasing makes you think you have some control when you don't. You have a lot of anxiety instead. So the question is people pleasing sustainable? You're already in a place where you're questioning. You're watching this video for one. Imagine continuing down this road for 5, 10, 15, 20 more years, even one more year. And I have good news for you, because even though you've been people pleasing for decades, it does not take decades to stop people pleasing. Some of my clients have stopped in 1 month, some in 3 months, some take longer. They have big fears, and sometimes we have interesting ways of holding ourselves back. And these are all things that are okay and they are normal. But it's up to you to decide, is this something I want for the rest of my life? If you're someone that has children or nieces and nephews, is this what I want to role model them? Is this, if you're married and you are staying in the marriage because he's a nice guy, right? Everyone would want what I have. What's wrong with me? And you're just staying in for the kids or to not hurt that person. It sounds, right? We try to convince ourselves that that's a good, noble, generous thing, but it isn't. It's holding you back. It's holding your partner back. It's holding your children back from seeing what healthy, loving relationships are like. Yes, it's showing them how to be loyal. And the question that I usually ask my clients or people on a consultation call is, if your closest friend or your favorite niece or your child was in your situation, would you tell them, yeah, you don't want to make anybody mad, just stay put. Just push your needs aside and keep going on this path. Your feelings are not important. Guess what? I can't even say that much before someone says, no way. Like, phew, I would not want that for my kid. And that's how we know what is your gut and your truth and your intuition, because it comes so quickly and so clear. While up here in our ego, lots of overthinking. We have our mom's voice, our pastor's voice, that teacher's voice, our ex's voice, all these different critiques. And then they start to sound like our own voice because we've been reinforcing that narrative for so long. So what I want to ask of you is to just think about it. And if this video spoke to you in any way, I want you to sign up for a consultation call. It is just a conversation like this, me asking you some questions. It is private, it is one-on-one. You can go to AMh&x.com and sign up for an appointment for us to talk together, see what's going on, give you some clarity, some resources, so that when you leave that call, you're either one, signing up to do coaching together, and we work through this and you have an accountability partner and someone that is on your side helping you move forward. Or two, you don't go through with coaching with me, but you leave that call with some clarity, with some books, with some action steps. Whichever one you end up choosing, I want the best for you, because our lives create ripple effects. And if we're going to create ripple effects, right, we don't want to, for the next generation, pass on this generational curse that needs to be broken. We just keep pushing it down the line for the next generation. You can be the one that stops it. Break that generational curse so that you start to create this ripple effect. So that when future generations look back, they can go, that was the one that changed everything for our bloodline, for our generations into the future, for our family. And it's okay if you're scared. It's okay if you're nervous, because guess what? You can be two things at once. You can be nervous and hopeful. If anything in here spoke to you, let me know in the comments what stood out. And then sign up for a one-on-one consultation call. Or if you know someone that this sounds like, that this struggle, this people pleasing is affecting their lives, their work, their parenting, their relationships. Share this with them. And if you haven't found us yet over on TikTok, we go live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Central. Come and join us. Check us out. Ask some questions there. Whatever you do, I hope for the best for you this year, next, and beyond. You deserve it, and you're worthy of so much more. I'll see you next Monday.